so that you guys have this video for later. So does anyone have any questions or need any help about the material or anything going on in this class? How are we doing?
I had a question. I accidentally missed an assignment, and I was wondering if you're gonna have like any opportunity to make up that work.
Yeah, it should be in the welcome video, but like all of everything that you miss, assignments or case studies, you can make them up, but you're not going to have an opportunity to make them up until the end of the quarter, okay, for half credit. So it'll be the last week, everything will open up and you'll be able to make anything that you missed.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Anything else? Are you guys
Yes.
ready for yeah, go ahead.
How many quizzes have we had so far? Just one, right?
Yeah, we've only had one quiz so far. Today, our quiz 2 will open up, and then you'll have a couple days to take it. So, and then after that, we have our midterm, so we're almost halfway through the quarter, actually. But yeah, we've only had one quiz so far, and we'll have 4 this whole quarter. So today is where we take our second one.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, guys? Okay, today is going to pretty much be exactly like what happened last time. So we're going to just review for the quiz. We're going to do Kahoot, and the top 5 scores will get their extra credit. And then the quiz will be open. You guys can go ahead and take it whenever you need to within the next few days. And that should be good to go. We are recording this so that you guys will have access to the video a little bit later. And that, so if you need to refer back to anything that happened in this video, you'll have it. And yeah, so are we ready to go ahead and start the review, or do you guys want to discuss anything?
I have a question regarding attendance. Are you taking attendance?
What we're doing for attendance is basically you guys need to do whatever work is due that week. So if I see that you turn in everything, or if we have a Zoom meeting that week, if you were there, and you know, if you just did everything, then I'm counting that you participated in everything going on that week, and then you'll have your full points. If you don't do everything that you're supposed to get done that week, then you'll have partial points. And then if you did nothing, then you get nothing. So that's really how we're doing attendance like this. So for this week, of course, we have our 2 assignments. We have the quiz, and then we have this Zoom meeting. So as long as you've been participating in all of this, you have the full attendance. So yeah, I will be looking at who was in this meeting as well.
Awesome.
So keep track of that. Anything else, guys?
I have a question. So I've noticed that some of the case studies don't have a due date on them. So
every case study is due Saturday. Just
okay, so one.
Yeah, every single Saturday it's due.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question. This is kind of like off topic, but I'm also in your 423 class. And does that one have a set date like every Saturdays as well? Because I saw that
because we only have 4 for that class. So there are actual due dates on that, but they are going to be due on Saturdays as well.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
It's every other Saturday, I want to say, but I had to look on that. I think that the syllabus should say though, and if it doesn't, then please let me know so I can help you out with that.
No, it does. It's just like I've been the easiest way to make sure I don't miss any of your assignments because they come up so quick is like I'll go onto Blackboard and just make sure that I'm hitting all the correct dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually they go in like the same, I don't know, pattern, I want to say. So yeah, it's not going to be every Saturday for that class. I think it's every other Saturday because we only have 4.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Um, anything else, guys? Are we ready to start?
Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. We're gonna do it the same way we did it last time. So just use your ID number as your nickname when you sign in. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and set this up. So it's not too loud. Okay, go ahead and pile on in.
Okay, I'm lost on this thing. How do you?
Okay, so what you're gonna do is take whatever device you have, your laptop or phone or whatever you need to do, and then go to this website up here, www.kahoot.it. And then when you get in there, it's gonna ask you for the PIN because you're gonna wanna join a game. And then that's when you go ahead and I think it's also gonna ask you for your nicknames to use your ID number. And I think you should be good to go with that.
Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah. Has everyone already joined in?
No, you can start. I'll get there.
Okay. I mean, we can wait a couple minutes. It's not a problem. Also, you guys, as we get through this game, if your device freezes on you for whatever reason, because sometimes it happens, I'm told that if you just refresh it, nothing will happen. It'll be fine. You're not going to lose your spot or anything like that. Also, if anything, you can always go back to the website and then type in this PIN to get back in. And the pin is usually going to be on the bottom of the page, so I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it. Okay, let's go ahead and start now. All right, good. Yeah, most of you got it. So yeah, in Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, oddly enough, they didn't really include discrimination based on sexual orientation. They missed it. But I think it was just of that time. It wasn't really something that they were that concerned about, but they haven't really amended it or anything like that yet. Okay. Good job, everybody. Very good job. Good job. Yes, a mediator is more of just a third party who's there, but kind of going back and forth. They're not really making decisions, but an arbitrator is going to be that third party decision maker. Okay. So this is when people agree to go with whatever the third party decision is. So if you go into arbitration, you have an arbitrator, they're going to be the ones who listen up and make the resolution. Okay. You guys, remember there are two different main things, like within job analysis and job creation, there are two main things. Like there are two main parts to like a new job posting, right? We have the job specification and the job description. Do you guys remember that from the videos? So in a job posting, you normally would say a job specification or job description. Usually job description and specification, they might be called something else in a job posting, but what they do, they both have two separate purposes. So the job specification is the one that's going to have all of your technical requirements for that job. So your technical requirements would be like if you need a degree, if you need a certain level of education, if you need any kind of, if there are any physical demands, like maybe you have to be able to lift 50 pounds or whatever. So certain requirements will be included in your job specification. The job description is where it literally just describes the job, all the job duties, the things that you are going to be expected to do if you have that job. Okay, so let's move on. Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Wow, good job, guys.
question.
Mm-hmm.
For the last question, I thought internal workers brought like sort of the same ideas into the workplace. I think that's what you said on your PowerPoints.
Yeah, I had the same
And
question.
when you hire from internally, yeah, it keeps a lot of the same ideas. Or hang on, let's just wait till the music goes away. Yay, good job. Okay, question again?
So on the last question, it said that internal employees or hiring internal employees brought new ideas into the workplace. But I think on your PowerPoints, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think on your PowerPoints, it said that internal employees brought sort of the same ideas into the workplace. And like,
Yeah, so if you hire internally, usually you shouldn't expect too many new ideas being brought into the workplace. Did the last question say the opposite? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
I read it. I think it said what they don't bring.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It was one of those like where you put art is not, where you like.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, it said except, but we can go ahead and look at the last question
It's okay.
just to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't even catch that. But yeah, well, just so you guys know, yeah, if you hire internally, you should not really expect any new ideas to be entering your organization. Okay, that usually happens when you hire from outside, especially if whoever you're hiring internally has been working for your organization for a long time. So they're very adjusted to this whole work and flow and culture that you already have. They're going to be thinking exactly like you at that point. So, but anyway, all right, let's move on. All right, good job, everybody. Okay, critical operational, I don't think there's a such thing as that, but what succession planning is, you guys need to know this. This is where you're scouting and you're looking and you're trying to find people within your organization who have the potential to be promoted into these very critical operational positions. Because, and not every single position in an organization is going to be critical to operations. Just a few sitting at the top are very critical. Meaning that like without someone filling in those positions, if those positions are empty for any period of time, the business could, okay. So, and some important positions that, fit that criteria might be the CEO, certain executive positions and whatnot. So they cannot be left vacant. Since they're too critical and they're too important. And the thing is, you can't just train someone within a week and allow them to take that spot. It takes, months and months, maybe even a year to train someone to really be able to fill that role. So as soon as you have, you always need to be succession planning, especially for a very large operation. You always need to have people who are kind of working at the top, but they're not quite, you know, executive level just yet. But you always need to be, you know, grooming those people and planning out how you're going to put them into that critical position place if you have to any time in the future. Okay, you always have to have people ready to take over. So that would be succession planning. Okay, and it's super critical, especially for large organizations. Yeah, lectures are technically considered off-the-job training. Cross-training that's while you're definitely on the job. You're going to be, you know, just that's where they get you to train or work in another department and learn some skills over there. So you would definitely be on the job when you do that. And usually diversity training, there will be programs here and there with during working hours where you will fulfill whatever you need to. Also, diversity training can be that you can have those on, you know, like internet modules and things like that. But the most common and probably biggest part of off-the-job training would be lecture. So this would be when they might send you off to go to a seminar, to attend a seminar, to attend a lecture. Sometimes it's during your work hours even, but you might be going somewhere else, okay? Or you could just be sent off to go see a conference or any, you know, to attend a conference or anything like that. So lectures are a big part of off-the-job training. Even though many times you may be clocked in or still be getting paid while you're attending a lecture, but they just call it off-the-job training. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, most training tends to happen off the job training. And a lot of the off the job training is either sending you out to a lecture or even just having you log into whatever module that you're supposed to do online. Okay, online training is something that a lot of organizations will use. So yeah, a lot of there's a lot of off the job training out there, so you can fully concentrate on learning and not have to do it while you're supposed to be clocked in and doing your actual job. But okay, let's move on. Oh, it's not gonna go up. Good job, everybody.
Professor,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lag. I don't know how to explain this. That whole time I couldn't see the question on my screen. You're sharing your screen with us, and I can't see it until it's way too late, or I'm like 20 seconds behind. It's been like this the whole time. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing it.
Hmm.
Your video is
Um,
wonderful. I can hear you and see you, but your screen that you're sharing with me, it tends to lag often.
hmm.
Maybe it's me. I'm not sure. I just want to know if anyone else was experiencing it as well.
Are you using hmm. Are you using the same device that you're well, are you using the same device that you're using to play the game as you are for the whole Zoom thing?
No, man. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Huh. What are you able to see questions and things like that on your phone?
This last one I did not see though. How many seconds do you put it up for? 30?
Well, it's on for 60 seconds unless everyone answers all the questions and
Oh,
then
okay.
it'll, you know,
This
stop
last
and
one I this last one I didn't get a chance to see it at all.
okay. Um are you able like are you huh. I think maybe just pay attention to whatever's going on in your phone, I'm guessing. Um if there's a lag on the laptop part. And I know that it's all recording, so you will have access to this video later, like if you do need to refer back to it, but just for the game's sake, so you don't fall behind or if you're not able to answer a question, I guess just follow along on your phone if that helps. And if it does freeze up at all, just hit refresh
Okay.
if that
Thank you.
helps. Okay. Hmm. Yay. All right. Good job. Remember, guys, job specification is not duty or expectation related at all. Job specification is going to explain what are the technical requirements to do that job. Okay, so does this job require an education, a degree? Does it require you to lift things? Does it require you to speak over the phone? Does it, whatever? Does it require 3 years experience? That's intervention, just so you guys know. All right. Very good. You guys are right. Clearly, I'm wrong. The answer was put in wrong, but no, you guys are definitely right. It's the turnover rate. Okay, turnover rate is the answer. Okay. So, sorry about that one. No, it's the same thing. Turnover. It was just put in twice. Okay. Good job. All right. Wow, good job. All right, very good. Wow, good job. Mm. All righty, very good. Very nice. Good job, everybody. Very good job. Good job. We have 2 more questions left. Yeah. So when it's more of a vertical, actually, this should be job enrichment, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it had the same answer.
Yeah, this job enrichment, you guys. So I messed that one up. All right, let's move on. Last question. Hopefully this is a good one. Good job, everybody. Wonderful. Okay, so here are our top 5 or top 3, and then we'll go into our top 5. Good job, everybody. Okay, so there are your top 5. Your extra credit people. Let me stop sharing. All right, so do we have any questions? I know there are a couple. I hear the trash man. Yeah, the trash man's out there. It's trash day. today here in Beaumont. Okay, so does anyone have any questions now that we've taken that? Before you guys actually do the quiz, because it should be open right now. If it's not open yet, then I will, go over there and make sure it gets open. But I do want to just kind of run through and make sure that it's a good one for you guys. What else do I want to say? Anyways, the quiz is going to be the same thing as it was last time. 20 questions, true, false, multiple choice. You're going to have 60 minutes to take it. Once you decide that you want to take it, you want to finish it in that setting. Don't try to pause it and take it later, because it will just go ahead and submit itself. Okay, so you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're going to take it as soon as you start it. Are there any questions? This thing is going to be recorded, so you guys will definitely have access. As soon as we're done here, then I'm going to go ahead and convert it to MP4 and then post it so everyone can have access to this, just in case you need it for reference. And yeah, that's all I got.
And the quiz is going to be due on Saturday, correct?
I believe so. I believe you have, is it Saturday or Sunday? I want to say 4 days or 5 days, but I'll have to check on that. Excuse me. It should say on there.
Okay.
But yeah, I can check. Anything else? Nothing? Okay. I'm not really worried about you guys, because it seems like you guys are moving along nicely with this course. I think this was an even better result than last time, than the last review that we've had. So I think that you guys are building that momentum with this course. So honestly, I'm not really worried. I think you guys are all going to do quite well. But if anyone has any trouble or issues or anything like that, please go ahead and contact me. And one last chance, do we have any more concerns or questions at all? Or should we go ahead and call it?
Hey, I have one more question.
Okay.
So the assignments that are due on Blackboard, like I've already completed all of them. Is it okay to submit them and just get it done and over with? Or
yeah, you can. I mean, it's not gonna, it'll never hurt you to do something early. So, and usually I usually give a couple, like a point or two extra if you do submit early anyway. So yeah, if you want to submit it early, go ahead and submit it early and knock yourself out.
awesome.
It's actually better for you. So, anything else? We good?
You have a good weekend.
All right, you guys too. Everyone, good luck on the quiz, and I know you're gonna do well. All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.